Stop blaming your partner for your relationship failure right now. It's painful to hear, but there's a huge chance that you are the biggest enemy of your own marriage. You know that honesty you take so much pride in? Well, it might be assassinating your family faster than any affair ever could. Society lied to you when they said talking about the relationship solves everything. In reality, without the right filter, this just poisons the marital connection and creates an abyss between you two. There's a hidden code, an ancient secret in Proverbs that most people ignore, capable of generating immediate emotional healing, even in cases that seem lost. It's not about having luck in love. It's about having a strategic and relentless positive mindset. If you keep opening your mouth without mastering the true power of words, get ready to watch your home crumble. But if you have the courage to assume a winning attitude and want the only master key that shields your home against divorce, what I'm about to reveal to you will challenge everything you've been taught about loving. You know, my friends, every relationship goes through seasons that change all the time. But what really defines whether you're going to enjoy the sun or shiver in the cold is choosing a winning attitude. It's that conscious decision not to drop the ball, even when the routine tries to push us downhill. The big insight here isn't to ignore the problems, but to wear the jersey of a team that plays to win, transforming obstacles into steps to climb together. After all, no one wins a championship playing against their own partner. Now, let's touch the wound. None of this works if we don't admit that negative thinking exists and often lives rent-free in our heads. It's impossible to build true emotional healing if you keep feeding that little monster that only sees flaws in everything, creating a vicious cycle that is incredibly annoying. As long as complaining is the main dish of the day, real change gets stuck at the front door, barred from entering your home and your lives. Think of it like glasses smeared with mud. If you don't clean the lenses, even the most beautiful landscape will look ugly, gray, and dull to the beholder. Admitting that pessimism has taken over is the first step to rescuing the marital connection that might be worn out by time or silly fights. Don't be ashamed to say to each other, "Look, I've been really annoying lately," because this honesty, although it hurts the ego, is what breaks the ice and opens the path for the new. Flipping this switch requires effort, of course, but it is the vital fuel to develop a positive mindset that shields the marriage against gossip or external crises trying to knock you down. Imagine you are on a road. Insisting on the negative is like driving while looking only at the rearview mirror, waiting to crash into something at any moment. You need to look through the windshield, focusing on the road ahead, where opportunities to be happy are waiting to be grabbed with both hands and a lot of will. To get your hands dirty, try this simple exercise today. Whenever a bad thought about your partner arises, like "he left the wet towel again" or "she never listens to me," stop immediately and visualize a giant red stop sign in your mind. Interrupt the cycle. Swap the immediate irritation for a deep breath, recognizing that this thought is just an old habit trying to steal your joy and sabotage the power of words you possess. After you clear the ground and pull out these weeds of critical thinking, the scenery changes completely and the soil becomes fertile for something incredible to happen. That's where the game really turns, because with clear and unarmed vision, you can finally see hidden treasures in the other that were there all along, but the dirt of daily life wouldn't let you see. And it is exactly about how to mine this precious gold that the picture is drawn now. Now that the smoke of negativity has cleared, it's time to activate detective mode, but a different kind, the one that only looks for evidence of good things in the other. Developing this positive mindset is like panning for gold in a muddy river. It requires patience and a trained eye to see the sparkle where most only see rocks. You need to train your brain to scan your partner in search of virtues, deliberately ignoring the flaws that used to jump out at you and focusing on what really matters. We know well there are days when looking to the side and finding equality seems like an impossible mission, almost like looking for a needle in a haystack, especially after one of those exhausting arguments. But it is precisely in this conscious effort that the emotional healing of the relationship resides, as it forces you to remember the exact reason why you fell in love way back at the start of everything. Forcing your memory to seek the good side is a bodybuilding exercise for love, strengthening the foundation that sustains life together. If your vision is too blurry and you can't find anything good on your own, how about asking for help from the audience and changing the perspective? Ask the kids if you have them, or close friends, what do you admire most about daddy or mommy? Children, with their incredible purity, often see a winning attitude and heroism in simple gestures that the heavy routine of adulthood made us despise or completely forget over the years. Hearing from third parties that your partner is generous, funny, or hardworking acts like powerful eye drops, clearing away accumulated irritation and restoring the marital connection. Suddenly, that person who seemed grumping at breakfast is seen again as the incredible human being that the outside world admires and respects. It's a reality check to realize that perhaps you are being too hard on the one running side by side with you in this marathon of life. To apply this practically now, grab a piece of paper or the Notes app on your phone and make a treasure hunt list. Write down 3 things the other did this week that made life easier, no matter how small. It could be washing the dishes, paying a bill, or giving a good morning kiss. By writing it down, you materialize the written power of words, proving to your own stubborn brain that there is goodness there, yes, and it deserves to be noticed. With this list of valuable qualities in hand and a slightly lighter heart, you've already taken a giant step. But keeping this in a secret safe won't change the game alone. The real magic happens when this recognition stops being just a cold note on paper and transforms into something spiritual and practical, elevating gratitude to a higher level that prepares the ground for the verbal action that comes next. After identifying these strong points, the third step is to raise your gaze and thank God, or the higher power you believe in, for placing this person in your life. Recognizing that the other's qualities are a divine gift changes the game, as it shifts the focus from "I want" to "I think," consolidating an unshakable positive mindset. This silent gratitude, done in the depths of the heart, prepares the spiritual ground for admiration to truly flourish, without that annoying demand for immediate return. But pay attention, my dears. Keeping this gratitude in a locked safe doesn't solve the day-to-day problem. You need to open your mouth and use the power of words to deliver this gift. Imagine buying the best present in the world and leaving it wrapped in the closet. Makes no sense, right? Expressing verbal appreciation is what materializes love in the real world, transforming an abstract feeling into a concrete action that the other can hear, feel, and keep in their heart as a valuable treasure. To not scare those who aren't used to giving compliments, the strategy here is to start slow, like someone entering a cold pool, establishing a realistic and achievable goal. How about starting with one sincere compliment per week during the first month? It's a small step, almost imperceptible, but it requires a winning attitude from someone who decides to break the cycle of silence and plant the first seed of kindness in the relationship garden, without haste and without pressure. As you get the hang of it and the shyness goes away, increase the dose gradually. Move to 2 compliments the following week, then 3, creating a nice and constant rhythm. The final goal is to reach the golden point where praise becomes daily, like brushing your teeth or drinking coffee, strengthening the marital connection in such a natural way that you don't even realize you're making an effort. It becomes a habit. It becomes part of who you are as a couple. And look, when I talk about complimenting, it's not just saying a dry thanks. Be specific and creative to generate impact. Instead of just saying, "Dinner was good," try, "Honey, I loved the seasoning you used. I felt the care you put into the preparation." Or, "Thank you for fixing that door." I feel safer with you taking care of the house. These details show that you are paying real attention, accelerating the emotional healing of old wounds caused by indifference. When this practice becomes routine, the atmosphere of the house changes from water to wine, and the air gets lighter, almost as if you had opened all the windows on a spring day. You stop being ruthless critics to become each other's biggest fans. And don't think this is empty self-help talk, because there is ancient wisdom written centuries ago that explains exactly why what comes out of our mouths has so much strength to define our destiny. We can't ignore the weight of ancient wisdom, especially what the book of Proverbs says, as it is an instruction manual for life that never fails. Verse 18:21 is a necessary punch to the gut. The tongue has the power of life and death. This means you carry a loaded weapon in your mouth all the time, and it is up to you alone to decide if you are going to use the power of words to assassinate your partner's self-esteem or to breathe life into their dreams. Digging deeper, Proverbs 12:18 warns us about words that pierce like swords, but also speaks of those that bring real healing. Think about this the next time anger rises. Will what you are going to say open a wound that bleeds or apply medicine to the soul? Seeking emotional healing through what we speak is a giant responsibility, because a phrase badly spoken on a random Tuesday can leave scars that take years to fade, while a word of kindness heals deep pains. In Proverbs 15:4, we read that gentle words are like a tree of life, a beautiful image of something that bears fruit, shade, and shelter. When you choose to speak with kindness, you are planting a leafy tree in the middle of the living room, where you both can rest and nourish yourselves. It's impossible to maintain a healthy marital connection in a dry desert of rudeness. Love needs this fresh shade and daily food so it doesn't die of thirst along the way. The turning point happens when you decide, with a winning attitude, to deliberately replace condemnation and destructive criticism with praise and words of affirmation. It's like swapping a diet of poison for vitamins. The body of the marriage reacts instantly, gaining vigor and new energy. Stop pointing fingers like judges in a court and start extending your hand like dance partners, guiding each other with encouragement instead of shoves. Developing this positive mindset is not denying problems, but choosing to focus on solutions and mutual growth. When you affirm the other's value, you awaken the best that exists in them, creating a virtuous cycle where one wants to please the other, not out of fear, but out of love. It's a smart strategy for those who want to live in peace and prosperity inside their home, transforming the house into a safe haven against the chaos of the outside world. By applying these ancient principles, you're not just improving communication, but literally saving your family's future. The new life the text promises appears exactly there, in this sacred space where criticism starves to death and praise has a bountiful feast every day. And now that you have the treasure map in your hands and know exactly how to use your tongue to build empires instead of ruins. And now, what are you going to do with all this gold you just received? Knowledge sitting in your head becomes dead weight. It only has value when it descends to the heart and becomes practice. I challenge you not to be just listeners, but practitioners of a winning attitude. Do you have the courage to swallow your dry pride today and release that healing word stuck in your throat? The emotional healing of your home won't fall from the sky. It needs to be built brick by brick, phrase by phrase, by you. The question that remains is, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? The choice is yours, and time is ticking. But listen closely, because this is crucial. Mastering the tongue and using the power of words is halfway. There is another level of marital connection, something that goes beyond speaking and touches deeply on acting, on the posture of one who leads by serving. Without this other ingredient, even the most beautiful words can sound empty. I revealed this practical secret of servant leadership in a video that went live recently and is appearing on the screen for you right now. It is the missing piece to complete this puzzle of harmony in the home. If you unite the power of what you say, which you learned today, with the power of what you do, which is in that video, your marriage will become armored. So click there to continue this transformation. And of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications right now, because we are forming an army of strong couples, and I don't want you to be left behind. Let's go on this mission together.